everybody, and welcome back to the Blu Ray Hunter. I'm the Blu Ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I'm here to give you guys my Boutique Tuesday episode. Yes, Boutique Tuesday. It's a new show where each month I'm going to take a new boutique label and talk about them and shine a light on the specific label. There is a lot of labels happening right now, so I'm pretty sure I can do at least two seasons full of this. Hold on one second. Uh, all right, let's get on with it. Let's get it on. So basically this month is Criterion month. So, and that's what I call it at least, and I'm pretty sure others do too. Criterion month is the month of November or July and November. July and November, where Barnes& and Noble has a half off Criterion film. Now, there's also flash sales. There's one in October, and I think there might be one in June. That happens, where you can get a half off from their their website. However, I think you do have to pay for shipping, so I would always suggest going into Barnes& Nobles and getting the Barnes& Nobles one. However, there's a lot of people who partake in the flash sale, and sometimes they get a lot of movies from the flash sale, so I'm always surprised. But in this case, I really, 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 really wanted to get movies from Criterion from the Barnes and Noble sale and stuff. So I did. But I'm not gonna show you those, and those actually won't be until the end of the year haul. I'm gonna have all of my Criterions there, or at least most of them. I think there's two more that I'll be ordering or I'll be getting that I'm gonna use for like, another haul video or another pickup video. But anywho, let's get on with this real quick. I want to talk about why I like Criterion. So Criterion is my favorite, of all the boutique labels. I got into it when I first discovered it through Chasing Amy. Um, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. Most people probably would tell you that. They know that. I should have wore my movie shirt. I need a Criterion shirt, honestly. That's another thing I'm gonna start doing is buying like shirts from like Criterion or Kino or Arrow and do all those because maybe hoodies from them because I love those companies and I want to show them off, and whatnot. And then I also want to buy like a Blu-ray Hunter shirt and stuff like that at some point too. So prepare that and a Blu-ray Hunter mug is probably coming at least next year. I had an indie film cafe mug. I still do. But anywho, we're gonna get into the boutique criterion. So, yeah. So Chasing Amy, I watched that, loved it. I didn't know what any of this was, and I think I also got like Royal Tenenbaums and Rushmore. Rushmore is my second favorite Wes Anderson movie, my first being Bottle Rocket, which is also on Criterion, and I have Bottle Rocket on Blu-ray. I do not have Rushmore or any other Wes Anderson movies. I am not a huge Wes Anderson fan. Not saying that I don't think what he does is, warranting fandom, but just not particularly my sense of humor and not particularly my sensibility. Like I just don't like it as much. I always thought Paul did for some reason, and Paul likes P.T. Anderson and some other people, but not Wes Anderson. Um, so with that being said, I wanted to basically showcase a bunch of movies and talk about why in my collection, these are movies that are in my collection, obviously, but why I think they're very important for Criterion and whatnot. And so I'm just gonna go through these. I made them be like Blu-ray 4K, Blu-ray 4K, kind of all the way down. And I picked five Blu-rays and five 4Ks to kind of showcase. And I kind of want to talk about each one and sort of because these aren't my favorite. These aren't my top 10 favorite Criterion films. No, not at all. I just want to show you guys Reasons why I think the Criterion is amazing. Criterion Collection. So to begin with, my favorite director of all time is Alfred Hitchcock. I do a whole show with G. Larry Butler called Hooked on Hitchcock, where we go through every Hitchcock movie. I think we're on like season three or we're on to season four, I think. And so we've watched like 30 Hitchcock movies so far. I think we've done 10 each season. So next is what is it? Rebecca. Rebecca is probably my favorite Hitchcock film that's in the Criterion Collection. And if you haven't seen this movie, it is freaking amazing. It is beautifully shot. It's I thought it was gonna be like a ghost story. It is not really a ghost story. It's got elements of that kind of haunting kind of feeling and stuff. It's not a ghost story. So if you're thinking, this is gonna be a ghost story, you're excited. No, it's not. But it's still wonderful. All the actors are fantastic. It was my first, actually, it was interestingly enough, my first time seeing both Laurence Olivier and Joan Fontaine in a movie together when I first watched this. And I think I bought it sight unseen. I don't think I rented it or anything, so I had no idea if this was even going to be any good. And I was blown away. Just if you watch it on a 4K television, it just really pops too. They need to like upgrade this to a 4K. I would love that. I think all of Hitchcock's movies need to be upgraded to a 4K. Um, I don't I don't think any of the Criterion 4Ks Hitchcock is there? I don't think so. That's weird to think. No, I don't think any of them are 4Ks yet. Criterion, what is wrong with you? Get on with it. You're putting all these other movies on there. Now, I'm seeing a lot of Akira Kurosawa films getting upgraded to 4K, and I love that. But this needs to be a 4K for sure. All right. After that, this is a 4K, and this is a Martin Scorsese movie, and I think this is perfect example of what a 4K should look like and feel like and be like. That is Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull, starring Robert De Niro. This is one of his many movies where he worked with Martin Scorsese and sort of played the bad guy. He did that with like Taxi Driver, Cape Fear, the King of Comedy, all these kind of characters where he was just this just awful human being kind of thing. But Jake LaMotta is more than that. Jake LaMotta is got a character. He's not perfect. He's got flaws, he's got issues, and I'm gonna need to rewatch this. I've not seen this in years. I should have probably used Mean Streets as my example because that was also amazing looking. But I really do like this movie, and I think up there, I think those two are two of my favorites. Mean Streets and Raging Bull are just amazing. And I mean, so I didn't talk about this, but if you watch a Criterion film, you get a Criterion film, you get a booklet. And so, I mean, these aren't just like little booklets. These are like pages, like hundreds of pages, booklets and stuff. So they're really nice to do and get one here too. I mean, this is huge booklet too. I mean, give that. I don't know how many pages. Okay, not hundreds, maybe 42 pages, or whatever, 44 pages. But still, that's a lot for like this little book on the making of it and everything. And what I like to do is keep the 4K symbol up there because even if it's like messed up, because it is usually messed up when I get it. But I do that because it separates the 4Ks from the Blu-rays because a lot of them look similar to each other. So, like, if they reissued Rebecca, they would make it look the same, except it would say 4K at the back. So it would say 4K at the back, and so yeah. But anyway, so these two are fantastic films, both black and white, and another black and white fantastic film. There's actually four in a row that's black and white. Nope, five in a row. 5 in a row. That's black and white. So get ready for that. The Killing by Stanley Kubrick. We did this for Criterion Watch. We did Rebecca for Criterion Watch. And we haven't done Rebecca yet for we haven't done that. I don't did we do that? I think we might have done it for Hooked on Hitchcock already 'cause I think I remember him talking about that. Anyway, so The Killing is freaking amazing. It's a Stanley Kubrick film. There's a lot to it. We talk about it in the Criterion Watch, how apparently Frank Sinatra originally wanted to do it, and then they were able to get the rights before Sinatra and everything, and it would have been a different movie had Sinatra done that. So next after that is the beautiful, beautiful, beautifully filmed Seven Seal. Another one just like this where it's just perfect. These movies, are like absolutely different from one another, but you would definitely know that this is a Criterion film and this is a Criterion film. Generally speaking, Criterion does put a lot of movies in there that are they are made the way they are because of they like they're put out on Criterion because they are like the top level, like top tier type movies, generally speaking, or they have something to do with like that the time period that they existed in and how relevant they were to cinema. Uh, my so one of my like least favorite movies that I have in my collection, which I thought was going to be a bigger one, was The Big Chill. I did not think I would not like that movie because I love Lawrence Kasdan and I've heard so many great things. I've seen scenes from The Big Chill. I mean, it was remarkable. But yeah, um, it was, I've been told it's sort of there specifically because uh it's a part of that time period and everything. It's a time capsule. And movies like this, The Seventh Seal, is a time capsule too. Everybody knows, even if they don't know it, they don't know where it comes from. They know the scenes in this movie, like Death playing chess and stuff like that. That's just iconic. And when you see it, it's just beautiful. Oh, and this is the 4K of it. It does not have the thing on it. I don't know why. And that's why I got mixed up into my other stuff because I didn't put it up where all the other 4Ks are, which really kind of annoyed me because I was looking for it and I was like, wait, why is it over there? It's because I didn't put that thing on there, so I didn't pay attention. Um, but now too late now. I'm not gonna just get one just for it. Um, here's a another Blu-ray that actually is a 4K now, but I just haven't bought the 4K yet, and that's Night of the Living Dead. I am gonna buy the 4K of it eventually. It's just the problem with it now is that I can only buy so much from the sale. I can't do so much. So I am planning to buy more movies throughout the year. So I'm planning to buy like 10 movies like January to um June and then August, September, October, and then December. So there'll be 10 movies and then hopefully um by I don't know if either 5 to 10 Blu-rays and 4Ks, each, but we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. But like, Night of the Living Dead, what a classic film. I was not a big zombie fan. And I bought this. I remember I watched this one video where I was showing off of the Criterions I got, and Paul was shocked because he knows I hate zombies, and I do. But I had heard so many great things about how wonderful this movie was and how it was perfect for the time. Like it was something that was needed for that time period and everything. And so yeah. Ah, ah. So sorry. Um somebody's blowing up my fucking phone. Uh, okay. Just like my brain is just like seeing things, images. Sorry. So, um, what was I saying? So, he told me that, and I was like, I need to see it. So I bought it sight unseen, had not watched it yet, and then ended up what is it um loving it, absolutely loving it. It is an amazing film. It is we did it for Criterion Watch with John Ward because it was a movie that he specifically also loved, and so it's just a big part of my things now. I love this movie so much, and it is definitely worth being in the collection. It's worth being in a 4K. I would totally 100% suggest if you haven't bought Night of the Living Dead, and if you're not a horror fan or anything, like you don't like horror, that's fine. Don't buy it. But if you love horror like I do, this movie is essential to own in your collection. So another 4K does have the thing on it, different color or whatever thing to match. It is The Princess Bride. And so my brother borrowed The Princess Bride to let a friend borrow, and he never returned it before this came to 4K. So I just told him to keep it, and I was gonna buy the 4K, and I did. And it's so cute. So if you know anything about Princess Bride, it's about a grandfather who reads his grandson a story, and it's a digibook. So you get little things in there. You don't get the. It's not like they get they give you the what is it? It's not like they give you the um thing. But look, I mean, it's got little pictures and everything. It's so cute. That's really cute. I'm sorry. Like Buttercup and the Man in Black. Um, it doesn't give you the book. Like, you have to buy that separately. I've heard the book wasn't that great, but the movie is fantastic. William Goldman did a great job writing. He wrote the book originally, and then he adapted it, and he had a blast. And they transfer over some of like the commentary and then add some more stuff. So special features on Criterion's are like top notch. All right, now this is coming to 4K. I have not bought it. I have not pre-ordered it or anything. I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to buy it till maybe next year, if I even buy it next year. For 4K, I probably will just because it's a classic movie and I feel like I need to upgrade. But that is The Seven Samurai. The Seven Samurai is the first one we did for Criterion Watch. I had not seen it. I watched it at home, and then we came together to talk about it because I didn't want to like sit there for like 3 hours originally. Now I don't care, sitting and watching a movie for 3 hours together with a friend. That's cool. But he has to let me know if it's gonna be 3 or 4 hours or something because we have a time limit for these things, for these shows that we do. But Seven Samurai is incredibly amazing. Akira Kurosawa is probably one of the best international film directors we've ever had. He's up there with Hitchcock with me. Like I just absolutely adore his films. His films are so goofy and funny at times, but also very serious and it just depends on the story. I really liked we did High and Low, which I bought and I love that movie. We did this. We'll probably do like Rashomon or The Hidden Fortress, which I also have The Hidden Fortress. Yojimbo is coming, and I was gonna buy this thing for so I'm gonna end up buying Rashomon, which I don't even know if I should buy Rashomon because it's just gonna get upgraded to 4K eventually. But I guess having it right now is just better than not having it. So I don't know. But Yojimbo and Sanjuro is coming also to 4K. So I definitely want to pick those up. But here you go. Like, look at that. Seven Samurai, just amazing movie. And look, just it's very well done, very well put together. It's got the bookcase right here. This one's a fat bookcase. It's like number, I think it's like Yeah, it's number two. It's the second movie they ever put out and everything. So that's freaking amazing. I think the first one was Armageddon or one of maybe it wasn't the first one. Don't quote me on that. But it was one of the first. It was like early. They never ended up doing a Blu-ray or a 4K of it, but they did do a Laserdisc. So you can get a Laserdisc or a DVD of Armageddon and I think The Rock, maybe. So two like Michael Bay, early Michael Bay films. Um from Criterion. I don't think at that time they knew exactly their plan, you know? I don't know what I think they just knew that people would buy them. And I think they do that occasionally too. Like they have The Breakfast Club, which I think is a great movie, but I'm like, is it really a Criterion? And I don't think any John Hughes movie is a Criterion. Like, I just don't see it like that. I see these as being like movies that like maybe no one's heard of or is like less well known, but like culty kind of things. Like people know Seven Samurai only like if they know about good movies, and stuff. So Seven Samurai is a classic. Um, This movie is a classic too, but in a different way. It is Time Bandits. And the reason why I wanted to show you this is not just because we did review it for Criterion Watch, but this case right here, like you can't hear it, but it makes like a noise. And it is one of those ones like holographic kind of thing. And I just love it. And I was so excited when they had it, but I wasn't able to get it one of the times, but I was able to get it, I think in July I bought it and there you go. So I think I'm gonna be doing another collection video of all my Criterions in November or December. No, not going to be November, probably December or January. We'll see. I kind of Yeah, I think I want to do it in December because that's after all the Criterions are done and stuff. So people may still be looking for content on Criterion. So figured why not? Um, all right, we're down to the nitty gritty. We're down to the last two. Um, yeah, man, I didn't think this would take this long. This is a longer video than I was expecting. Yeah, this one's hard to figure out. This is the Guillermo del Toro collection. I have this in as far as I know, Paul doesn't, which is weird to me. Because I'm not as into Del Toro as he is. He loves Del Toro. There you go. So this is how you open it. These next two are like this. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but they're cool like that, Just kind of a pain in the butt. So you kind of open it up like that, then like that. So the next two do the exact same thing on that. Different ones. And then you get the Lord. Um, so all the movies are here on each one of these things. So, no, is yeah, right here. So you get Pan's Labyrinth, you get The Devil's Backbone, and Kronos. Um, and then you get this. Oh my goodness! You also get this really big book. Look, it's like a monster story kind of thing. It's got essays and stories about each one of the movies because there's three of them. So it's a bigger book because it's talking about three, not just two movies or one movie. Um, but yeah, man, this is incredible. But these are the three, I forgot what they're called. It's something in Spanish. Um, what is it called? Maybe it says it. I'm probably doing this wrong, but yeah, I feel like I was doing. Nope, that's not even right. It's like a, it's like some kind of puzzle. You have to put them back together the right way, or it doesn't even fit. This fell, so there you go. It's called Trilogia de Guillermo del Toro. So there you go. Look at that big thing. That is all the movies and all the special features. Oops. Why is it backwards? Did I do it backwards? I must have. Yep. Guess I must have done it backwards. Oops. Okay. So there we go. There you go. It's crazy. So three movies by him, so really good box set. I forgot to bring out the other big box set, a Blu-ray box set that I absolutely adore, and that's like seven movies done by these guys. That was like Easy Rider and Last Picture Show and a couple other movies and stuff. And I had to get it on, I think, barnesandnoble.com or yeah, I think it was barnesandnoble.com during the 50% off sale, and it was well worth it. I mean, you got Easy Rider, you got Head, you got Last Picture Show, and then a bunch of movies like Five Easy Pieces and a bunch of other ones. So it's definitely worth it. Last, but definitely not least, because this is known as the number one, like this is uh the best film of all time, and that's Citizen Kane, just the K. So you take that off, that's got this, and then you got the same thing there where it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but I gotta do this where K A. Actually, this is easier to know because just gotta do it, follow it. So you got Kane. There you go. And then it's got pictures of everybody, and it's got all the discs inside there, and then it's got a amazing booklet in there. Um, yeah. Wait, that's not right. Haha. Nope. Like I said, it tells you which one it is, and then Kane, and then that's how you open it up, and then and whatnot. And it's got all these like it's got three discs, even though it's got one movie. So I don't think does it have any different cuts of the movie? So I don't think it has different cuts or anything. I think it's just got one 4K and the other and three Blu-rays. Oh, so it's got four of them. Jesus. Three audio commentaries and one featuring Orson Welles scholars and all these people like also filmmaker Peter Bogdanovich who did Last Picture Show and film critic Roger Ebert. So I kind of want to listen to that at some point. Just want to hear what he has to say about that. Um, there's a feature-length documentary called The Complete Citizen Kane. I mean, it's incredible. I have a lot of Citizen Kane or not Orson Welles movies like from Criterion, from Kino, from a lot of other companies and stuff. And Orson Welles is up there as one of my favorites. Like Hitchcock. Hitchcock, Orson Welles, Akira Kurosawa, and like Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, Kevin Smith, Quentin Tarantino. I mean, the list, Tim Burton, the list goes on and on and on. But yeah, wow, that is amazing. That is a lot of movies. I did not like I was only gonna do six and I did 10 and that's a lot. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this chat about this and everything. Hope you guys got something out of talking about boutique labels. If you want to know more about like boutique labels, look them up on YouTube. There are countless conversations now about it because it's becoming more of a public term. Like I'm trying to spread the word about what it means because honestly, these are the movies that are being saved. This is being saved by Criterion. Criterion is and the Barnes and Noble sales really do help keep these companies alive. And I really, really appreciate everybody going out and buying Criterion films and Criterion films and Criterion. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Support your local Barnes and Noble. I met a guy recently. He like at the Barnes and Noble store while he was looking for like Criterions and hopefully turn them on to Criterion Watch. You guys should all check out Criterion Watch on Indie Film Cafe because it's a lot of fun. We've had some really good talks about certain films and certain stuff, that I'm really happy about. There will be more coming. We plan to keep doing Criterion Watch until we're just done. I may also for this channel may end up doing Kino Watch or Arrow Watch or something like that, or something close, similar sounding. I've got to figure out a title for it, but I want to do other ones where I review specifically instead of doing it for Blu-ray reviews all the time, I want to pick a Kino and then I don't know if Paul will join me on those necessarily. He might. Uh, where in that case he can pick one out, but I don't think he has nearly as many as I do of those other labels. So Criterion, I think he has just as like not just as many. No, I have like over 100, and that includes the 4Ks. And I think I just am getting I'm in the 90s for Blu-rays, so I'm over 100 movies, period. I'm trying to get as many. I'm trying to get as many as I possibly can of Criterion films because I love them. They are my favorites. So, hope you enjoyed this little chat. Once again, next month I'll have a new one. I think it's going to be Kino because that's like my second biggest. And then it'll be like Arrow, then it'll be like Vinegar Syndrome, and I will, or it might be Scream Factory, things like that, companies like that, or and whatnot. So just keep checking back. Boutique Tuesday is going to be a thing that's going to keep happening every week. So, not every week, every month. So thank you guys for checking this out, and I will talk to you later. Bye.